I had to fix a problem that I created here. I've since had the engine running, but I still had to fix it. What I did was I used this bolt right here, the head on this bolt, to turn the engine over with a drill, and that's a no-no. This just a little M6 bolt that's long, and it screws into the crankshaft on the other end. As I was turning the engine over, the bolt broke off down at the other end. So I had to take this all apart to get at the broken end and get it out of there. So our brushes are down here. So you pull back this little spring that's here. There's a spring here. Hopefully you can see it. And then you pull this brush out. You can pull on the little wire that's attached to it. Once you're done and you got it all back together, then you can push the brush back in, hopefully, and the little spring will clip back over it and hold it in place. And that sits against the there it goes. All right, there's two of those. One on the other side. I'm not going to show you both of them. The other thing you have to do to take this whole assembly off is this. Let me, once again, let me try and hold both the camera and the light together. There's a screw here, and there's a screw down here. And these have to come off in order to pull this unit out of there. And I had to pull the unit out to get at the broken bolt. Okay? So once you pull those off, then you can use a Yamaha tool, or in my case, I used an eye bolt. And a slide hammer. And really, it didn't take a whole lot to break it loose to come off of there once I had those screws out. Putting it back, again, you have to make sure that your brushes are in after you get it back in. You have to tighten this down, put these back in, guide them through, and they're not quite top and bottom. They're kind of cockeyed a little bit like this. Not a lot, but a little bit. But there's a locating pin in the side here that won't allow this to go on any different. So, and there's a keyway on the crankshaft. So you have to make sure that this lines up with that keyway. And one of the problems I had was I kept knocking the key out of it and had to start over again. And now we're ready to take the exhaust off again. And I have some gaskets that go in here. And let's see what else. I already did the took the baffles out of the muffler and burned them out. They're all cleaned up, ready to go. I've got a new chain. Sprockets are good. So we should be in real close to running and driving. Now, I started it and ran it once I got the baffles cleaned, just by putting gas down these two tubes and letting it run for as long as the gas would last. So it was basically the float bowl was full, plus a little bit up into the plastic gas lines. and she ran just fine. So now that I got it back together, I have to get all the wires back on it. I have to run this wire down. This is from the same wiring harness. Let me get this over here. These numbers are all color-coded, and if you can see in here, there's colors on there. It tells you right where to attach everything. Two of these go up from the points. There's two sets of points in here. These points have been cleaned thoroughly, and they go up to the two coils. This is a battery ignition. You've got to have the 6-volt battery in here in order to start this bike. It is not a magneto ignition. Let's see, what else? I think that's about it for now. All right. Well, I decided I'd go ahead and show you how to wire it back up here. All right, we got a green here. So we'll put the green on there. Well, kind of wound around here. I don't know if you can see that, hopefully. Gray goes on here. This would be gray. Oh no! I lost my screw. I hate when that happens. And I also just noticed that the washer off the other screw that I just put in place is laying down on my bench down here. So we're going to have to take that one out. And no, it's got one on it. Oh, that must be off of something else then. Oh. Come on, get in there. Black actually attaches way down here, and it's a ground. And once again, you can't hold on to anything. And this doesn't have a washer on it, so I'll put that one I found on there. Now we got orange and white. According to the tag back here, orange goes right here and white goes right here. So let's see if we can take this one out without losing it. So far, so good. Now the trick is not to start shaking and lose it. Oranges started in. Tighten this one up. Yeah, that one's good. That one's good. This is not a JIS screwdriver. It works, but not well. And now we found another one that doesn't have a washer on it, but I guess it'll be okay. I might be able to find a washer. Well, I got this coming in the wrong place here. I'm going to pull it apart, put it back through, and bring it down. Maybe. There it goes. All right, now. This wire was broken off, and I had to put a new end on it, and I'm gonna have to get down underneath. It connects, goes, let me see if I can show you here. Right down here, there's a notch that goes through, and then it goes under there, and it attaches, let me see if I can find it first, right here, if you can see that screw. So that's what I'm going to do next. Well, unfortunately, my GoPro quit on me, and I didn't get to record that, putting that wire down below, but you know how to do that, so I don't think it's any big loss. So I'm done for the day, and I'll be getting back to this within the next day or two. I've still got quite a bit of work to do on it. I'll get the cover on, and I'm working on the tank right now, trying to get it painted. I got a couple of coats of white lacquer on it, and once I get probably 4 to 5 coats, then I'll put the red on. And I decided, I've got an oil tank, and it's really faded, but it has absolutely no scratches or dents or anything in it. So I'm going to just put it on just the way it is, and leave a little bit of the patina of the, everybody talks about patina nowadays. So I'll do that, and we'll get this thing together within the next couple of weeks and get it out on the road, I hope.